Everyone, welcome back to my Resident Evil No Clip Out of Bounds Exploration series. I believe as of today we are at part 8. So let's go ahead and continue where we left off. We should be in the RPD. So we're going to go ahead and explore some of these areas. And hopefully I don't soft locked. Okay, so really quickly, I'm playing this on a hard drive disk. Things are a little bit slow. I just want to get that out of the way. If new people to this series ask that question. Anyways, let's continue. Okay, so I know that in the last part we explored some of that back area, and actually, you know, the RPD as well. It was in the low poly model because all of this stuff for the most part did not load in. After a while, excuse me, after a while the computer in the box did. Speaking of the box, did I think I did upgrade all of this stuff. Just thought I'd check. But anyways, alright, so we can check the Mr. X area, and we can also, well, I guess both areas, we can kind of see what's going on up there early enough. Let's see, let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so that body was there. I mean to pull out the axe, but yes. I remember I had questions about a body being here when we were in the low poly state. And, well, sure enough, it's still there. I guess I just was not paying attention at all whatsoever. I understand I'm a little quiet. I'm just taking this all in, man. Like, been a long time, but waiting room. It's been a long time since we've been here, and it's just really neat to see it. Well, I shouldn't say it's neat to see it like in this broken state, but anyways, let's go ahead and explore this area. So this is the part where we get chased by Mr. X, but I was always wondering what part of the RPD is still here. Okay, so this part is still hollow. Oh wow, yeah, this is the back of the RPD. I remember this room. Uh-oh. Let's see. Okay, so parts of this is still good. What about this part? Okay, yeah, no. You gotta be kidding me. Like, this is here still? Guys, you have no idea how cool this is. This is where the helicopter was at. Obviously, well, the door's gone, but this is nuts that this is still here. Like, this is still modeled. Is this hollow? Yep, it is hollow. But the stairway? This door, well, this door leads to nowhere at this point in time. Okay, so this is still good. How about the stairs? Nope, stairs not great. Remember this hallway, or, well, not hallway, but I don't think you can open up this door. Okay, we're kind of just like, I'm getting ahead of myself over here. I'm just super excited. Let's go through this door. Like, even this is still here, and it's still modeled and everything. Like, this, let me go back out here. Okay, I remember this door. A couple of zombies here. So, my question, I mean, besides it just being cool, like, why would the artist, the character art, or character artist, the environmental artist, do all of this stuff? I know that you can see this portion right there for like where Kendo's shop and all that is at. Like, it's a really nice touch, but like the stuff on top of the building, can you see that from the Kendo location? And then this room right here, I think there was a key in here, if I'm not mistaken, like taped to a board. It's been a long time since I played Resident Evil 2 remake, especially like as intended. But anyways, let's just go ahead and okay, so we're in bounds. I mean, there's still a lot in RPD that we gotta look. Okay, never mind. I mean, it's still cool regardless, but alright, there's some stuff that you can view. So if you're new to this series of mine and you made it this far, I just get really blown away when there's just so much detail that was added, especially for us, the players that don't necessarily see that part. Like for example, like I think that was that the spade door? I don't really remember. But the icon is still there, and we never see that when we're exploring RPD at all. So, you know, I thought that was cool. And again, I gotta dial back the excitement because I would definitely want to go down there. But anyways, let's go ahead and go back inside. There's quite a few things that we're missing, so let's go ahead and just load. Yeah, let's go ahead and just load back to where we were. Okay. So let's go back to where we were for a little bit. Yeah, so this is where it all kicked off. Okay, it was the diamond door. Okay, there's nothing in the art room. Even the tiger's still here? When do we see the tiger? Can you, like, see it, like, through this little crack? I guess you can, but, like parts of the tiger, see, that's also a nice touch. How's the floor here? Okay, the floor is solid. How's this door? Okay, the door's not, but we can just go right through it. What else we got? Okay, of course, upstairs and downstairs. Press E to jump. Alright, we won't do that yet. Same thing over here, like there's a lot of this stuff that's still rendered in. I mean, some parts, oh actually, yeah, parts of it you could still see in this. I believe this is part of the play area. Yeah, this is the Chief Irons' office. Alright, yeah, so you can still see some of that stuff. Okay. I just remember Mr. X just walking in these areas and hearing that thump. See, that's another thing. I'm tempted to try because I always bring up, and I did when we were here the last time, about my out of bounds speed run in this particular area, but we'll come back to that. So the linen room. Okay, yeah, no, there's not really. Other than, I can say that this this painting here doesn't look that bad. I mean, it looks a little bit beat up, but doesn't look that bad. Compared to the outside. Even this is still here? Hold on. Again, for being a room that you don't have access to, it's just amazing that it's still rendered. Oh man, I remember this room too.
Jesus.
We're gonna come back to that guy. I'm really curious on when he came,
Easy, officer.
where he teleports from. That's really interesting to me. Yeah, the safety deposit box room. Like even like the stairway. Cause there was a vending machine here. Cause you'd run through this hallway. Zombies right here. All right, so that's a continuity error right here, because this was a boarded up window. Or correction, I guess you can put boards here, because the boards are right here along with Herb, and then this was a save room. Well, it was a save room. Yeah, because you would keep going up. There used to be some stairs. So it looks like, all right, so all of that portion of RPD did not make the cut. Okay. Oh, that's right. I was thinking about my out of bounds. So like during that speed run, we'd go into the library. I would float up here, up over here, break through the wall, or well, I guess through the floor. This all right, so this should be, yeah, where the stairs are at. Yeah, we've been here. Okay, so yeah, it looks like the elevator under the statue, that entire area did not make the cut. So like this right here. Wait, hold on. So part of the door did, and part of the room. Wow. Okay. This is crazy. Oh, wow, this is crazy. Oh, man. All right, let's go ahead and let's check out the grace area. Because after... Okay, yeah, so you would open that and then you would come through here. Remember those two zombies were in this room? They would kick down the door. How's the bathroom? Is that rendered? Or modeled, I should say? Nope. Same thing. I believe this window should be broken because of the zombie. That's funny there too. I don't remember the name of the officer, but like when he was like cut in half or he just fell apart. It's crazy how the blood still looks like fresh. No desk. Yeah, the stairs that used to go up top. Nope, not necessarily needed. Okay, so let's go back into this room. Okay, here we go. It looks like those zombies haven't made it in. What about the gun range? Nope. Gotta be something to live here. Police department is right there. I know, like, there's some like odd continuity between Resident Evil 2 remake and also 3. In part 3 in this area, I think that there was a fire truck, if I'm not mistaken. And, you know, just looking around and all of this rubble here, I don't see a fire truck at all whatsoever. Because I remember back in, what, 2020? If I'm not mistaken. You know, you going as Jill at around, or in this area. It's been a while since I played those games. Maybe at some point I'll probably have to go back to them. But for sure doing like a speed run of Resident Evil 2. But anyways, going through here with Kendo. The Kendo area. My out of bounds. Oh yeah, it would take me over there to the orphanage. But exploring this area here, I did a little bit with Leon in my out of bounds series that I did for this game. Yeah, I don't even see like the scaffold. Oh no, never mind. I guess that's part of the scaffolding that was here, right? In this particular area. That you would use to go down and into this entrance, into the sewer. Does not lead anywhere. Whoops. Okay, just quickly revisiting this area, just because we did in the last part, but the difference is that I believe this area should be more rendered. So we're just gonna take a quick little peek to see if there's anything new over here. Now, I remember when I was doing the out of bounds for Resident Evil 2, there was two different models of the orphanage back to back, and I mean obviously that's not the case here. But I remember. Yeah, I'm playing this part as Chloe, if I'm not mistaken. That's her, the name of the little girl. Like, that's gonna be interesting. Because I'll be curious to know, like, what part of this area is actually rendered. And we get to see, hopefully, an intact Raccoon City. But, I mean, for all I know, it could just all be the void. But we'll see how that goes. Playing hide and go seek. Okay. Trying to think if there's anything else in this area in particular that we need to take a peek at before we call it. Bit of an interesting lighting source there. Oh, okay, I see. To emulate the sun. Let's see. Well, I mean, there's nothing left of the clock tower. Okay. Yeah, I think, I think that's it. I think that'll be it for this part. A little bit of a shorter video than I normally do, especially for this series. But we did get a lot of, or we did see a lot of cool stuff. Let's see, I'm just trying to think. What can we do? Because we'll probably pick up after I defeat Mr. X. I don't think there's not necessarily any reason for you guys to tag along. Could be wrong, but I think well, you know what? Let's do that real quick. Because yeah, so eventually we get here, we do the fight, we go to the orphanage. Okay. Yeah, because this was the other part that I was thinking about us doing. So it looks like all of this is properly rendered. Okay, so what was in this area? Nothing. But it was interesting. Oh, I said it was interesting for part of that light source to peek in. What's in here? Nothing. Wait, did that just... Oh, okay, never mind. I was about to say, I was like, did that just do a loop? Ah, so this part still has not loaded in. Which makes sense. Okay, so it looks like for sure we'll probably pick up after the Mr. X fight. Because yeah, this entire back area has not loaded in at all whatsoever, and it's fair. There's still a lot of RPD that we have to do in terms of gameplay. But man, I gotta say, like, this has just been really, really fun. I know I'm supposed to make these videos a little bit entertaining, but I just get so lost in all of this over here, like all of this art that the Capcom team have done, and you know, stuff that we never see, and it would be impossible to see, but it still exists. You know, the doors, the rooms in RPD that you don't have access to at all whatsoever anymore. It's just very, very cool that a lot of this stuff here is modeled, and some of it's not solid, but it's just history. This is the history, and we're back, and like that's neat to see, like the blood. Man. Well, all right, that's going to be it for part 8, and we will begin. I would say we will begin after the Mr. X part, after we do that boss battle, and we have to go through that area into like the subway to get down to the I almost want to call it Nest, but the other location that I can't really remember off the top of my head. I record these videos late at night and I'm pretty damn tired. But anyways, all right. I hope you had as much fun as I did going through this area. It's just been wonderful seeing a lot of things that I didn't think that they would still be modeled, even though there's a lot that's missing. But it's just that the fact that some rooms do exist, some of the hallways exist, and these are locations that you may or may not see, and if you do see them, it's probably by like a small little visible window if you're lucky. But it is really cool. I really wish that Capcom would put out some videos about how they model these areas, especially for nostalgia areas. I would say, like, I would like to know the team that worked on Raccoon City and of course RPD. Like, did they take an old render of Resident Evil 2's RPD and then they just broke it apart from there? You know, things like that. But anyways, all right. Much more of a shorter video, I guess, in this sort of series. But, you know, sometimes it happens. Can only show so much because I know that we've covered at least most of the outside on the last part. I just wanted to explore a lot more of RPD specifically in this video. Ooh, I was trying to hide it. I was trying to hold back a burp. Anyways, all right. So that's going to be it for this part, and we'll pick up hopefully here pretty soon. I'm working on another series as well as I'm doing this one. But anyways, well, until the next time, you take care of yourselves, and I'll see you very soon.